Good morning, everyone. My name is Jim Dieters. I'm the founder and CEO of Galvanize. And we are, I think it's kind of fun to define what you're not. We're not a boot camp. We're a 21st century school for entrepreneurs and engineers. And unlike a lot of things that you'll see in and around ASU GSV, a lot of innovation focused on solving problems of higher ed institutions, andragogies, how to find students, et cetera, we decided to build a school from the ground up. And we did something pretty out of the ordinary, I guess, for 2017 or 2012 when we started. But we built physical campuses and hired full-time faculty. And we built one of the largest learning communities for technologists in the world. In fact, we have the largest data science community full-time on staff, as I'm aware of, in the United States. So I don't think I need to spend too much time on this, probably why a lot of us are here. There's a big gap. There's a very big supply-demand imbalance of jobs. The BLS puts it at about 1.2 million. But that's actually a little bit, I think, almost a bit of a misnomer. So the supply-demand gap already exists. There are not enough schools in the United States or in the world graduating enough computer science degrees or skilled-based people. And at the same time, every tech company is now a tech company, which means old guard financial services companies and even door manufacturers are now competing for the same talent that the tech elite do. And now we add one last key ingredient to the equation to make it a perfect storm, and we have an administration that wants to make it more complicated to manage H-1Bs and bring technically skilled labor in this country. The opportunity for aligning industry and skills and reskilling existing workers is going to be tremendous. This is the obligatory slide of how big the market is, not just in terms of the boot camp space, which is up there, which again, we think we're a little bit more interesting than that, but the corporate training marketplace. So what we built, we actually have 8 campuses now across the United States. We just opened a campus in Soho. And inside, education is a brand business and it's also a community business. Underlying almost every fundamental human thing is a connection to belong. And in addition to having some of the most world-class education and faculty, being part of a community is what really drives the learning as well as builds the connections for the learners. So for instance, if you walk into our 75,000 square foot campus at First and Howard in downtown South of Market, San Francisco, it's across the street from the Trans Bay Project. You walk into that campus, there's more than 1,000 people on that campus at any one point in time. Google has an innovation lab there. IBM has an innovation lab there. Silicon Valley Bank has an innovation lab there. We have over 400 students studying software and data science on that campus, including we run a master's in data science in collaboration with the University of New Haven on that campus. Literally building this very interesting melting pot of connections between the student, learner, consumer, and industry and enterprise. We can't talk about what we do without putting the students first because we measure our success in the form of transforming lives. Our mission is to provide anybody with the ambition, the drive, and determination access to skills. It's the only way to fundamentally, as the tide rises for everybody in the world or in these urban areas, we need to bring along other people with us. I just met Tosin just recently. Our Austin campus had its 1-year anniversary. We have a campus in downtown Austin in the 2nd Street district. Our faculty had met him living out of his car. He was a homeless man. His wife got pregnant, and he said he was really passionate about feeding his daughter. We helped him get financial aid through our partners and foundation, and Tosin now has a job where he's more than able to pay his rent, pay for a car, provide for his young daughter to the tune of over an $80,000 salary. That is how you change the world, and how you change is by incrementally changing as many people's lives and giving people access to skills and entrepreneurship that previously were unavailable. A few things on our placement rates. We are regulated in every state. We do not take Title IV funds in any way, shape, or form, but we do comply with every state standard. We are licensed in the state of California, the state of Washington, the state of Arizona, the state of Colorado, and just as of 2 weeks ago, the state of New York City for our Soho campus. And we have the most amazing placement rates according to the California BPPE standard, which is the highest standard to comply with, and that is what we publish across all of our stats. These are some of our amazing employers. As I mentioned, we work with the tech elite. Our data scientists are hired at Palantir and Airbnb and Uber. And we also work with some of the old guard in the company. And if you look at what's happening in the world, as we placed our students into these organizations, again, the job that people are hiring us to do is to rebundle them an opportunity for upward mobility. They didn't want to just get a fractionated skill set or in-demand skill set. They're paying us tuition to actually get a better job, to be upwardly mobile. And we connect that all the way from beginner to amazing employer. And what happened was, is as we start placing these students into all these employers, they started talking about reskilling. They couldn't hire people fast enough. So one of our large companies, Allstate, has hired about 30 of our alumni, and they have 3,000 existing engineers. And they said, can you make some set of these 3,000 engineers we have look like cloud-native agile software engineers? And we've embarked on reskilling now 20% of Allstate's global engineering workforce on our blended learning platform. I only have about 49 seconds. There's some of our stats, CAC, LTV. We've grown about 5,000% in the last 3 years. Here's some of our locations. As I mentioned, we have 8 locations. The gray represents potential geographic expansion. And my name is Jim. You can follow me at Yo Dietz. Thank you very much.